Imagine a life where fear no longer controls you, where every challenge is met with calm, clarity, and unshakable confidence. This may sound ideal, but the reality is that fear and anxiety are struggles we all face. They intrude upon our thoughts, keep us up at night, and often prevent us from living the life we truly desire. What if I told you that the ancient teachings of Buddhism, which have guided millions towards peace and wisdom for over 2,500 years, offer powerful tools to help you break free from fear? These teachings go beyond philosophy, providing actionable insights that can transform your mindset and help you reclaim your inner strength. In today's video, we'll explore 6 transformative lessons from the Buddha that will help you overcome fear, embrace courage, and push past your limitations. And stay tuned until the end for a powerful bonus lesson that might be the key to unlocking lasting freedom from fear. Lesson 1. Embrace impermanence. Fear often stems from our desire for stability in an ever-changing world. At its core, it is based on the misconception that life is unchanging and predictable. By accepting the Buddhist principle that everything is temporary, our joys, struggles, and fears, we find freedom. Clinging to the illusion of permanence only deepens our anxiety. Life is like a river, constantly moving and changing. Imagine trying to hold onto a single drop of water. As the current flows, it's impossible. Accepting the impermanence of everything helps us to live fully in the present and face our fears with courage, knowing they too will pass. Lesson 2. Understand the nature of suffering. The Buddha taught that suffering is universal and is often rooted in our attachments and aversions. We suffer because we cling to things we believe will make us happy, or push away things we fear will cause pain. This clinging creates a heavy burden, making every step in our journey more difficult. Recognizing that everyone experiences fear and suffering can dissolve self-blame and invite compassion. Accepting that fear and suffering are natural parts of life frees us from the isolation they create. It connects us to the shared human experience and transforms fear into a bridge to compassion and courage. Lesson 3. See the illusion of fear. Fear is often an illusion, a mental projection of the worst-case scenarios our minds create. Imagine seeing a coil in the dark and freezing in fear, assuming it's a snake, only to discover it's just a rope when the light is switched on. This is how fear operates. It thrives in the darkness of the unknown. Most of the things we fear never actually happen. By shining the light of awareness on our fears, we can see them for what they truly are, fleeting thoughts, not reality. When you pause to ask yourself if the threat is real or imagined, you can shift your perspective, dissolve fear's hold, and regain your power. Lesson 4. Cultivate mindfulness. Mindfulness, a cornerstone of Buddhist practice, anchors us in the present moment where fear cannot thrive. Fear lives in the past, regrets and future worries, but the present moment is always safe. By observing our thoughts and feelings without judgment, we create space between ourselves and our fears. Picture standing on a beach, watching waves crash onto the shore, each wave a thought. Without mindfulness, you're swept away. With mindfulness, you become the observer, watching the waves without being pulled under. Start small. Next time fear creeps in, pause and ground yourself in the present. Mindfulness transforms our relationship with fear, allowing us to face it with calm clarity. Lesson 5. Practice non-attachment. True freedom comes from letting go, not clinging. The more we cling to people, possessions, or outcomes, the more we invite fear into our hearts. Imagine holding a handful of sand. The tighter you squeeze, the more it slips through your fingers. Practicing non-attachment means focusing on your efforts rather than the outcomes. Pour your heart into your pursuits, but release the need for specific results. Trust in your inner resilience. When you let go of the need to control every outcome, fear fades, and you discover peace and acceptance. Lesson 6. Cultivate patience. In a world driven by instant results, impatience magnifies fear. The Buddha taught that patience is the antidote. It's not about passive waiting, but active trust in life's natural rhythm. Patience allows us to face challenges calmly, knowing that the storm will pass, the seed will grow, and answers will appear when the time is right. Ask yourself what you can do in the moment, and let go of the rest. Fear fades when you trust that life unfolds in its own time. Patience builds a foundation for peace, strength, and enduring courage. Bonus lesson: harness the power of self-compassion. When fear strikes, we often criticize ourselves, but the Buddha taught that self-compassion is crucial for dissolving fear. Imagine how you'd encourage a fearful child. Now offer yourself the same kindness. Fear is a universal human experience, not a flaw. In moments of fear, speak to yourself as you would to a dear friend. Acknowledge your feelings without judgment and remind yourself that it's okay to be scared. Self-compassion doesn't erase fear, but gives you the courage to move forward despite it. It turns fear into a teacher, reminding you of your growth and resilience. Fear is not your enemy, it is a guide pointing to your deepest attachments and untapped strengths. By embracing impermanence, understanding suffering, seeing the illusion of fear, cultivating mindfulness, practicing non-attachment, and embracing patience, you can transform fear from a prison into a pathway. Remember, fear is only as real as the power you give it. With mindfulness, patience, and self-compassion, you can illuminate the shadows of your mind and step boldly into the life you deserve. If you found this video inspiring, like and share it to help others unlock their courage.